What's up, gatekeepers? Welcome back to Weekly Soap Chronicles, where we dive into all the drama, twists, and turns of your favorite soap. I'm your girl Phil, and today I'm breaking down Beyond the Gates episode 102. But first, I need you to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a recap with a little bit of flair. Let's get into it. So we start where we left off. Anita discusses the possibility of performing a jazz solo at the Articulettes concert. She admits that she misses that jazzy side of her, one she gave up when Nicole and Dani were still little girls. Sharon and Tracy are supportive of giving her the opportunity, but then Sharon, brings up a good point. If solos are being handed out, why don't each of us have one? Unless, of course, Anita would feel like she's having her thunder stolen. Anita says that she'd love for either of both of them to get a solo, but Tracy says she's a backup singer for the purposes of this concert. Let's not pretend like Anita didn't do just fine without us. Anita didn't just stumble into the spotlight, she earned it. Tracy tells Sharon to be grateful and let Anita have her moment. Meanwhile, Martin still isn't sure if he's up for attending the concert. That is until Dani calls him a selfish SOB for not being willing to put on his big boy pants and support his family at the concert. You have everybody walking around like we'll shatter you if we say the wrong thing, Dani says, while also sympathizing with his trauma. She says he can go back to being a mopey Eeyore once the night is over. He eventually agrees to attend, promising to cheer louder than anyone else. So Nicole is the next person to pay Smitty a surprise visit. She always thought Smitty and Martin were the strongest couple in the family, a sentiment he also shared about Nicole and Ted. As Smitty explains, this didn't just come out of nowhere. He and Martin had plenty of fights leading up to their split. Nicole reminds Smitty that Martin wasn't the one orchestrating the cover-ups, and Smitty says he's also furious with Vernon and Anita too. Yeah. He's also terrified about what could be next. Will Joey call in a favor at some point in the future? It's all a terrible mystery. Nicole sympathizes as someone who has also been saddled with an unsavory element, aka Leslie, thanks to Ted's secrets. She says there are moments where she can see things from Ted's side, but their situations are very different. Ted chose to enter an affair, whereas Martin had this terrible situation forced on him. Smitty, how do I live with a man I don't trust? Explaining that he was confused and hurt by all of Martin's secrets, which Nicole says he kept in order to maintain Smitty's innocence. Smitty knows that logically, but the pain he's feeling now isn't logical. He agrees to attend after first speaking with Martin. Nicole is real good at giving somebody else advice, but she never takes her own. Okay? I can understand why Smitty is still mad at them, but at the same time, like he said, Martin had 2 years to come clean. Okay? And he didn't. That's his husband. Okay? That's different. Like she said, they situations are different. But Smitty has a right to still be upset with Martin. Although I'm still wavering and on the fence about both of them being still mad at Vernon and Anita though. But okay, I digress. We then see Andre enter Orphe Jean's immediately receiving something he didn't order. A lecture from Vernon. I hear you're having an affair with my baby girl, Vernon says when he spots Andre, asking him what his intentions are with Dani. Andre, I intend to be grateful for any time she allows me to spend with her. Speaking from the heart, Andre says that Dani is an amazing person, a strong woman who accepts responsibility for her choices, and he believes she wants respect above all else. She's like Anita in that way. Vernon is impressed by how well Andre seems to know and understand Dani. You know what, son? I like you. I always have. Don't give me any reason to change my opinion, young fella. Now, Andre likes Dani, and I like for Andre and Dani to be together. But he also likes Ashley. Andre, how are you comparing the two? Ashley and Dani are two different people, and Dani is way at the top of the list where Ashley is mediocre at best. Okay? Is it just me? Or what, gatekeepers? Y'all let me know what y'all think. Later, over at Orphe Jeans, Tyrell is trying to win back Jessica. He explains that his dads are having problems and it's been messing with his head. He even admits that he's been bad at communicating, which, let's be honest, is a rare moment of self-awareness for a soap character. But Jessica, she is not ready to forgive and forget. She throws him a maybe and walks out of the diner. Ooh. And then Vernon swoops in with some great grandfatherly wisdom. But when Tyrell confronts him about keeping secrets, Vernon admits that there's more to the story. He says it's not his place to tell, but if Tyrell's parents ask, he'll encourage them to be more open. Sounds like there's a big reveal brewing, don't you think? Martin and Smitty finally coming face to face after all the drama. And let me tell you, the tension in the room, ooh, you could cut it with a butter knife. Smitty asked Martin how he'd feel about him attending the concert, but not to, fix their relationship or anything. Nope. It's all about supporting Anita. And then they both part ways without so much as a hug, not even a bro pat on the back. Come on, Martin and Smitty, y'all got to get back together. If it's one couple I want back together, it is Martin and Smitty. I'm keeping my fingers crossed for those two. Later, Dani finds Andre standing nervously in the foyer of Dupree Manor, and she immediately jokes, "Wait a minute, don't tell me you're asking my dad for my hand in marriage." Of course, Andre got to look like, what? But Andre's still shaken from his conversation with Vernon. Dani, being Dani, assumes it's about Ashley and tells Andre he can be honest about his feelings. She even brings up her own lingering feelings for Bill. Andre, however, is all business. Right then, Anita steps into the foyer and says she needs to speak to Andre privately, leaving Dani to wonder what's really going on. And honestly, we do too. And probably has something to do with the Articulettes. Anita returns to the living room to find Tracy practicing her choreography while Sharon is standing by the window and she's struggling to breathe. Tracy and Anita ask her questions, but she can't even get the words out to answer them. Finally, she speaks, and it's not good news. "I'm sorry to let you both down, but I just can't," she says, running out of the living room. And that's a wrap on Beyond the Gates episode 102. What did you think of all the drama? Will Martin and Smitty ever patch things up? Is the concert doomed? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an episode of Weekly Soap Chronicles. Until next time, keep the tissues handy and the drama coming. Bye, gatekeepers.